Hello everybody, welcome to our live session with dear friend Bunny.
Hello from me.
Now today we will talk about shoe last. And here you see I placed a lot of shoe last, different types, to talk what shoe type you need to make shoes. So let's talk about first why we need shoe last, how we use it. Shoe last will define how your shoes will look at the end. It defines the shape, how it will look. It will define the heel height and of course the type of the shoe. And that's why actually, for example, you see this is the shoe last. So working with this shoe last, the shoe that I made, you see, will look exactly the same with the same toe shape. It also will have same heel height. We can't change the heel height of the shoe last. If you work with shoe last that has heel height of 1 centimeter, you can make, using this last, you can make shoes with a heel height of 3 centimeters. Okay. So also for different footwear types, there is special shoe last made exactly for this shoe type. And that's why, for example, here we have a lot of different shoe lasts, but also they differ from each other in the shape. You see, someone has pointed toe last, someone has rounded toe. This, for example, this is shoe last for boots. So I can't use this shoe last to make flat-bodied shoes, sandals, some T-strap pumps, moccasins. Okay, using this shoe last, I can make only boots. High boots, low boots, doesn't important. Only boots. Okay. Now, for example, if you work with sandals, for example, this is sandal shoe last with high heel. See how much the heel height here. I can use it only for sandals. I can make on these pumps. It will be very wrong situation if you will work with shoe last and make pumps, because in the end it will look maybe beautiful, especially with this shoe last that looks like a pump last. But when you will make, for example, pumps, will finish your shoes, take them off and will try, it will hurt you a lot here in this area, because on the sandals we don't have here toe allowance for the toe. Here is they don't when they produce shoe last, they doesn't calculate, they doesn't add here for the width of the toe of the human feet, because for sandals they don't need it, so they don't want to spend too much plastic for the shoe last in the area where they don't need, so they make here flat toe. Okay, here it has volume that our feet has with few changes. Okay, so that's why making pumps or Oxfords or derby shoes using sandal last, it's a wrong way to work, because yes,
So this
it's
is
wide.
wider
Yeah,
than
it's
for shoe
yeah,
and shorter than
yeah, it's
for
much
regular
shorter
shoe.
because it doesn't have any allowance here for the toe, like we have, for example, if I will compare here, it has a big allowance because of the shape. We don't want to cut our shoe suddenly in the middle here, even if the toes ends here. We'll continue with the shape to create beautiful, nice shape. Okay, so here, for example, the toe allowance, it's about 1.5 centimeters, maybe 2 centimeters. The toe will, the big toe will be here, the pinky toe will be here, so it will like this in the inner of the footwear made on the shoe last. All this will stay will stay empty. We need it only for aesthetic reasons, to create different shapes. Okay, pointed toe, maybe square toe like this one. Okay, Bunny made here shape, and we will talk about later. So why So imagine if you will want to create boots, for example, Oxford shoes, palm shoes. Imagine that how many lasts you must have to create all these different footwear types. But there is a solution for that. You can work with one shoe last type. I call it cord footwear. I call it cord shoe last, made specially to make cord footwear types. Meaning, cord footwear types is these shoes that have low upper. Okay. So, for example, this is pump shoe last, and it's also cord shoe last. I call it pump shoe last. It will be actually flat-bodied shoes because the heel height here is low, but I call it pump shoe last because the pattern of the flat-bodied shoes and pump shoes are the same. The difference in the pattern only comes from the different heel height. Okay, so this will be pump shoes with low heels, flat-bodied shoes. If I will have here high heel, it will be pumps. Okay, and using this shoe last, for example, this one with this pointed toe, we can create 9 different footwear types. If you will choose also cord shoe last with rounded toe, for example, let's say that this is woman shoe last with rounded toe. I'm talking about a woman shoe last right now, but same thing with the men's shoe last. Okay, so but if I will choose a shoe last with rounded toe, I will be able to create 10 different footwear types. What is the difference? Why 9 and 10? So let's I will tell you what are these 9 footwear types. It's pumps, it's T-strap pumps, it's slingback shoes, it's Oxford, derby, it's loafers, it's boots, and T-strap pumps I said. Just a minute. Pumps, T-strap pumps, slingback shoes, loafers, boots, which one? Oh, I forgot. I forgot. Just a minute. I need to remember. Oxford shoes, derby shoes.
A lot of shoes.
Just a minute. I told slingback, pointed toe, just T-strap, flat-bodied shoes or pumps, T-strap, slingback. Dorsey shoes. It's and boots. Okay, and if I will work with rounded toe shape, I will be able also to create sneakers. Okay, because sneakers also we can use to we can create sneakers working with cord shoe last, and you can't imagine sneakers made with the pointed toe. We don't habituated to this type of sneakers. We see sneakers only with rounded toe, and that's why to make all these 10 different types of footwear, including sneakers, better to work with rounded toe. Okay, so this is the point, important moment. So imagine that to create all the different footwear types with the old approach, you must have all this shoe last, and you will invest a lot of money by purchasing all this shoe last. Let's say that average price of the shoe last is 70 euros plus shipping. Calculate how much you will spend. So instead of this, to start making your shoes as a beginners, to not invest a lot of money from the beginning, you can choose only one shoe last type, the cord shoe last type, pump shoe last type with rounded toe, for example. And at the end, you will be able, working only with one shoe last type, create the classical footwear types that I mentioned, plus their variations. Okay, because with your design skills or designing inside of this different classical footwear types, we can change it inside of the boundaries of this. For example, inside of this flat body shoes, we can add here a lot of details, straps, okay, and create different designs of pumps. So using this approach, you will be able to create a lot of different footwear types. Why in the factories, for example, when I produce in factories, I must buy a lot of shoe last because they don't want they have, for example, if factory need to produce 300 pairs a day, and using, for example, one shoe last, they can make 10 or 15 pairs in a day. So to make 300 pairs in factory, they need to have, for example, 10 pairs of only one type of shoe last. Okay, for example, when you worked in factory, how many footwear types they produced in a day? A lot. You told me millions or something like this.
No, I think it's 8,000 of pairs.
Yeah, it's
For
yes,
day.
yeah.
For day.
It depends on capacity
Yes,
of
I
capacity
work
of
in a
factory.
very big
Yeah.
factory and
So
work a
imagine
lot.
how many shoe lasts they must have.
Yeah,
So that's why they don't have only one shoe last, because they want to create shoes with pointed toe, with rounded toe, with square toe. Okay, so that's why they have a lot of shoe lasts. But you, as a beginner, don't need to have all these different footwear types, or not footwear types, shoe last, to create different footwear types. With this smart approach, you can work with only one shoe last type. Okay, so this is, I think, good beginning, starting with one shoe last. I know it's from my own experience. When I started making shoes, when I opened the launch my brand, I don't have money to invest in a lot of shoe lasts. So I made one shoe last. I made it by myself and used it a few years and made different styles of footwear types. Okay, this is how I didn't waste a lot of money at the beginning, using only one shoe last. Okay, I changed the design. I created very unusual designs. This is what I like. But you can create classical footwear types working with, if you want, of course, you can change it. You can work only with one shoe last type. Okay, now why, if you will ask yourself, or if you will ask me or Bunny, why all the shoe lasts have these extras on the shape?
This one I use for boots.
Yeah.
It's a classic shoe last,
Yeah.
and I changing add here.
To create this,
Yeah, to
because on the
like on
because on the
be-
boots it has this
yeah, add there, and also add here to be
Yeah. wider.
wider. Yes, this is the reason why I have and also this pair at this specific design. I must create the toe in
Yeah.
specific
So this is
square.
this is a second way how you can use the same shape of your shoe last, change it, and you can have different style of your shoes by changing the shoe last. This is aesthetic changing. Okay, for example, here you see Bunny enlarged
Yeah.
here a little
This
bit.
customer
Yes,
have a long foot
foot.
and
Yes.
the specific shape. Also add here to be a half size
Yes.
longer.
So here it's
You see how it's
he changed it because of the customization and because he wants to change the shape of the shoe last. Okay, so with the one last you also can do it. But why we customize our shoe last? you see here, to enlarge volume of the shoe last, Bunny add here vegetable tan leather, cork here. For example, here, then when I change this shoe last, I add here also vegetable tan leather to enlarge it. Why we do it? I think it's not a secret for anybody that if you will buy shoes in different brands, you may buy different sizes. Why it happened? Because one brand choose one average width of the shoe last, another brand choose different width of the shoe last. What does it mean? Let's start from the beginning, maybe it's complicated. Each shoe last size, for example 41 or any other, may have different width.
Yeah.
The
This
volume,
This is number of the.
yeah, the width.
Yes.
So imagine that if each size has so many width, how many shoe last factory must produce, how many money they need to invest in this production. So they don't want to do so because maybe there are a lot of people who wear size 41 with the width 8, and with the width 5. Not a lot of people wear this shoes with this width. Okay, so to not waste too much money on this production to suit for all dimensions of the people, they choose average width that will be good, maybe not good, but it will suit for most of the people. And what happens if you have wide feet? If you, for example, not only wide feet, also, for example, some Italian brands, the average width of Italian shoe last is 5 or 6. It's not average. I think it's lower than average. And it depends for which country they produce. Okay, so here also it depends on the population for which they produce. But let's say average width is 6 or 7 or 5. And what happens if you have size 37 but you have a little bit wider feet? This width of the standard shoes that you buy in stores will not suit you. That's why you buy size 38 or 39. Another brand may have wider, a little bit average width of the shoeless, so that's why another brand you may have 38 instead of 39 that you buy another brand. Okay, so for example, my husband also, the length of his feet, this is what defines the shoeless size, is for size 33, but because he has wide feet, he buy all time 45, size 45. Okay, so that's why I made for him this shoe last. It took me a long time because I was very busy. Finally I did it, and now he will wear shoes with proper shoe last size 43. Okay, so, and here comes this step of your shoemaking work, where before you start making shoes, it's better to measure your feet and customize it, like we did in the, for example, in bespoke derby course. We customized our shoe last working with vegetable tan leather. One, for example, also to not waste a lot of time on sanding with vegetable tan leather in the places where we will not apply any force, any hitting with hammer. We can use cork to enlarge the volume of the shoe last. Okay, for example, if you have here high instep, to enlarge it in easiest way, you can attach here a piece of cork, for example, because working with cork, it's a little bit easier to sand it to create here smooth surface, and that's why in some places we can attach cork instead of vegetable tan leather. Okay, so here what you can do, you can take one shoe last type, cord shoe last, with any heel height that you will prefer to make shoes on it and wear the shoes, or for I don't know, for your friends or customs. Next, you can change the shape of it, and if you don't like it, you always can reverse it. For example, here, if you will not sand, you can take it off and you will have your original shape. And third, most important step is to change the shape of your shoe last following your measurements. Okay, your width, the height of the toe, not cord, short heel, long heel, waist, a lot of measurements here to create a bespoke shoe last working with standard shoe last. Okay, now for example, when I talked, I forgot, I covered with masking tape, and I forgot to say one important thing, that you can create all these 9, 10 different footwear types only if you know how to work with rules of construction of each footwear type that you want to create. You can't just draw it on the shoe last. You should follow the rules. No, the rules. Yeah, we don't just draw on the shoe last. We need to know where is the joint line, what is the height of the back here, how much we can open the throat line in making flat belly shoes, for example. So all these measurements are very important to create correct pattern that will not only look great, but also you will feel great inside of these shoes. Okay, so for example, if I will make it by eyes. I will do it very fast just to demonstrate you what I mean by making all these footwear types. Now I making it by eyes, but there is a technique how to find it correctly. Okay, just a minute, I need to find the joint line. And you know what, I got the idea right now how you can also create sandals, type of sandals working with the cord shoe last. I will talk about later. For example, if you want to create not flat belly shoes, but for example T-strap. Okay, for example, you want to create T-strap. So here you must know until which place you can reach with this middle strap. You can make it lower, but there is a place where you can't over the shoe last, or if you want to over the edge of the shoe last, it must be not too short, because in this place we have crease line where you move your leg and it will bother your feet, so it must be all lower or higher. If you want to create, for example, a simple flat belly shoes, if you make this line too low, here we have already beginning of toes. I personally don't like when it's visible like this. I think it's very ugly.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, right.
it's maybe somebody thinks that it's sexy, but it's
No, it's
not.
not.